What about your ninja disguise?
I'm so glad you asked about my ninja disguise because literally
Oh, you
is
sat
my
down so we can't see the belly.
that's why I'm so glad that we did this way because you got to pay extra for the belly.
You want to see some skin? You see some money.
That is a subscription-based service if you want to see that part. But until then, you can just see the
OnlyFans
nature.
/ Joey.
I'm about to get all kinds of viewers now. So welcome everybody to Zia Comic Weekly. We are ready to nerd out for the next half hour and have some fun while we're doing it. Getting some production value on this show.
And a big thank you to Martine for that background.
I know we got that. Got some applause going. We are, man, I tell you, we're coming up in 2022, Troy. Okay, that's it for the crowd. So, of course, we are ready to nerd out. We got Troy with us. What's up, Troy? What's going on?
Oh, Hey, did you get your McDonald's Halloween Happy Meal?
Yes, I did. What did you get one?
Yeah, I got mine yesterday.
All right, what did you get?
I got McBoo, the ghost.
Oh, see, that's the only one people seem to be finding around here is the ghost.
I mean, did they release the other ones in other areas? I don't know.
I don't know. Jackie and I actually had this, like the day that it came out, we went out to go look for them, and Jackie put out the call to see where, what they're finding, and everybody seems to have the ghost one.
The APB. Where can we get these?
Yeah, and no, it seems like that was the only ones that are around this area. I'm wondering if they'll release the next couple of days.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's only going to go till the 31st.
Right, so we don't got that much time. So
yeah, and I know each one of them has a that little sticker set that's in the top.
Yeah,
each one of them has a different sticker set. So
yeah,
I don't know if that matters to anybody. But
okay, be honest, you threw that part away.
No, I gave it to one of my employees because she loves stickers. So
okay. A lot of us were disappointed because it didn't have the cover, the top.
Lid.
They didn't have the lid. And then finally, I don't even know why, looking at it, I was like, oh, the little plastic thing that across is supposed to be the lid. So
anyways, but that doesn't let you put the handle all the way down on the side.
Yeah, so they
bad really design choice.
They didn't think that one through, man. I really did it. Although Jackie pointed something out, and I thought it was pretty hilarious. How many adults were lined up to get a Happy Meal?
I'm going to guess most of them were adults.
Oh, the one on Loman, I was like, man, there sure is a lot of people here on a Tuesday, and it was all adults walking out with 3, 4, 5 Happy Meals.
I didn't go that far. I just got the one. What did you get? The nuggets or the burger?
Oh, we did nuggets.
I wanted to mix it up. This time I went burger.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And instead of apple slices, I got the second fry.
Yeah, me too.
I got to maintain this weight. I can't do that with apple slices.
Martine talked me out of getting apple slices. He's like, why would you get apple slices? And I'm like, Martine, why would I get a Happy Meal? So, you know what? You're right, Martine. I'm getting fries. That's what we're doing.
And were your fries those little, like, Barbie sized?
Yes. Like, I guess they didn't realize, like, I walk up and then they're probably thinking, well, he's getting 3 Happy Meals, so that will do. But I'm like, you could have gave me the bigger fries.
I pulled that out. I was just like, I was almost mad. Like, come on, man. There's like 3 fries in this box.
You almost feel insulted, right? Like, I'm going to get full with that? Like,
was this for a dollhouse? What do I do with this?
But then again, we've got to remember, this is for kids. This is a Happy Meal.
I think they kind of knew that they've been banking on that nostalgia thing. So they're doing well with that.
By the way, shout out to TikTok, because that's all I saw for the last 48 hours was reviews of the McDonald's thing. Everybody, you swipe, it's like, look at my review. I was like, oh my gosh, everyone was thinking the same thing.
But don't look at YouTube, because I'm uploading my review to YouTube right now. It'll be going out later today.
All righty. So we're gonna be looking on for his Happy Meal review, everybody.
Oh yeah,
Go and check that out. But you know what was crazy though? We're getting reviews, and we know they were not around when the original came out. That's the problem that I had. You got a
yeah,
15-year-old that's reviewing it, or a 20-year-old. It's like you were not around when the original ones came out.
yeah. That was it like 1986, I think the originals, and then they didn't do
Yeah.
them since 2016. So there was a 6-year gap with no Happy
Yeah.
Meal buckets.
Yeah, so it's like, no, wait, this one's ours, guys. Like, let the older generation and let the 30 adults that were at McDonald's get their Happy Meal and go.
What if you checked eBay? There's people selling the old ones now, like sets
Yeah.
of the old ones. I'm like, really?
I'm so glad you mentioned that because the adult Happy Meals, that came out just a few weeks ago, there are people that are selling the toys.
Really?
And people are putting these toys up. I guess they're selling the collection. If you have all the collection, they're selling them. And there's some people, couple $1,000 for these toys.
Wow, I need to dig. I've still got my old California raisins somewhere from Hardee's.
I mean, at this point, if you could put it up on eBay and and sell it, I guess people there's a demand always for something, and I guess
There's a buyer
these
for everything.
toys,
Yeah, that's
right?
I
Go
gotta
buy
look
it.
into that because I don't like that cactus flea market dude with the double eyes. That's
Oh, I feel bad for Gino because that's the only one that he's gotten. He's wanted every
oh,
other, and anytime he was getting one, he was getting that same character, and I'm
oh,
like, sorry,
that's
man.
nightmare fodder right there, man. I can't even look at it.
Well, like we said last week, man, I'm worried that thing's gonna come alive and start trying to follow people. So,
Yeah, like that little tiki doll from the old horror movie. Throw him in the
oh,
oven and kill that thing.
So yes, the adult Happy Meals. I was wondering too. I'm glad you mentioned about how long they're going to be out because I was like, wait, how
Yeah,
long is this going to be going on? So obviously till
till
31st.
Halloween.
Yeah. So duh.
Let's see
I
how
was
many
like,
people are going to be carrying those around at Halloween Fest
I tell you
around El
what, man.
Paso.
I know my son will be.
And did you see the names? Uh, the witch is still called McGoblin instead of
Okay.
McWitch.
I be honest, I didn't even know they had names.
Oh, yeah, it's even actually if you look inside the bucket, I think their names are on there.
And guess what
So
I'm going to do after this show? I'm driving home just to see the name. I did not know there was a name. I was just more mad that there was no lid. That kind of after that lost me at it. So I was like, okay, but I didn't know there was names to them.
yeah, I didn't care much about the lid, but what I didn't like is not being able to pull the handle all the way down to the side and get it out of the way. That
No, let me tell
bad
you,
design, bad
Tuesday
design.
was an interesting day for all of us because I tell you, you saw a lot of adults walking out with, and I was one of them. I can't sit there and say, "Oh, we saw all these." I walked out of McDonald's with three Happy Meals. It was just me, like there was nothing else,
With
and
your
I
head hung low.
I had to justify. I was like, "Well, no, this one's for my wife, and this one's for my son." And I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna see them for a few hours, so why am I getting happy? I could have brought them later. Like, didn't
The
need to buy
fries
them."
the fries are no good cold. I'm gonna have to eat those.
And I was like, I Wait, well, he's not gonna eat a 4-piece McNugget. I'll go ahead and I'll just leave him 2.
I'll save him one.
I was like, he's still little. He's not gonna eat that much. Yeah, sure enough, dad is already he took care of the problem for him. You mentioned Halloween Fest 2022. That's going to be coming up. It's exciting. Of course, Zia Comics bringing you the costume contest. Breaking down the details for those because we've been getting people who've been asking us about the costume contest. Of course, we got the different categories and, of course, the family category as well. And I always say, Troy, that the family category is the one that I think they go that is the most competitive one because there are some great costumes when it comes to that family category.
Yeah, there's some people have really good imaginations, and for me, it's not always the one that's like completely screen accurate and looks exactly like the one. I like the ones that have some thought behind them, are more creative, and just the ones that make you laugh when you see them, that make you happy to see them.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you can get a good homemade one. I mean,
Oh
trust me, you can put some money into a costume, but you'll be surprised some of these homemade costumes that come out and they look amazing, especially if you're, trying to adapt a movie of some sort or a TV show, they always look great.
yeah, yeah. This area just seems like is really good with costumes. Compared to other areas I've seen them do costumes with. Cruces and El Paso just they go all out for this stuff.
Yeah, especially when you see them that night, and you know it's funny when they're taking pictures with other costumes, but then you
Yeah.
have other attractions to go take pictures with, but they're taking pictures with someone that's just there to enjoy the event. That's when you know, like, why is there a line by by the group over there? I was like, I guess they started their own line and they're taking photos with people now.
Because they have an amazing costume.
Right? It's like, look, the cast of Ghostbusters is here. What? I'm gonna go take a picture with them, and they were just there to get free candy.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
can
god.
take a picture, but I want to go get the candy.
Yeah, it's like, that's cool. Like, why is there a line forming by me and my family? What is going on?
Everyone's following me around.
Oh my, I think they thought I was a part of the attraction, but cool. I'll take photos. But yeah, Halloween Fest is coming up. I can't believe, man, it's already gonna be next week. Next
Yeah.
Friday. We
Yeah,
got
it
next
got here
Friday.
quick.
I know. It seems like we blink and there's Halloween that's going to be right around the corner. And the great thing about it, it's on a Friday, so a great way to kick off the weekend. And then they can also yeah, check out the costume contest. They got the candy, food trucks. It's going to be a great time, but you're going to want to get out there early to get registered. It's the first come, first serve, only limited spots per category. So make sure you guys get out there and go and have some fun. And Jack and I were asking, and I was like, I told him I was going to ask you, uh, what's your costume? Do we have a set costume for you for Friday?
I've got a few out there, and I just got a new one. I got a Freddy Krueger. So
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. I got that, and I got the Ghostbusters. Krampus is going to save that for Christmas.
Okay.
I got Darth Vader, and I tried to put on the Predator outfit. It was made for a skinny guy, so I can't wear it. It's going to be a mannequin costume.
I was like, hold on. I was like, Martine.
Yeah, Martine could probably wear it. I tried to put it on, and it was just, couldn't close it in the back.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. There's a couple costumes that I was like, that probably is not gonna look good on me right now. So I think this weekend is for the what am I gonna be this weekend? What costume I gotta put together for Halloween Fest?
Yeah, I'll probably do Freddy because he's
Freddie.
more Halloween themed. So
That's
yeah,
a
I got
good
the I
one.
got the glove. I can't remember which hand it goes on, but I got the glove and the mask and the hat and the striped sweater.
You'll be he'll be ready to go. See, watch, you're gonna be that person that they line up to take pictures with. He's gonna be walking around and say, "Hey, come take pictures with him." Like, oh yeah, there he
Yeah,
is.
I'm good with that. You just got
There
to
we
take it in front of the store and get Zia Comics in the background.
always marketing. I like
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes,
That we
sir.
got that.
'Cause I've seen
Speak
a lot of Jason costumes and a lot of Michael Myers costumes, and I figured, hey, where's the rep for Freddy, man? Freddy needs to have some exposure.
Yeah, with the Halloween that just came out too, I'm sure there's gonna be quite a few of those
Michael
costumes.
Myers.
So you're gonna see that. I'm pretty sure you can't get away from Scream. I mean, that is always one you're gonna see out there. So
Yeah, the
that'll be
ghost
one.
face.
So I was looking right now and with costumes. So let's talk replica costumes, okay? How much would you pay for a replica costume?
You mean like a screen used one or one
Like
that's just screen accurate?
screen accurate. And the reason I say that is because right now the popular screen accurate movie that people are going with is Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean.
It just depends. Well, you're asking the wrong person because I'm working. I got one Star Wars approved outfit, and I'm working on getting a second one. And I picked the two most expensive
Oh,
Star Wars costumes to get done. They're pricey. They're really,
yeah.
really pricey. If you want to get 501st approved through Lucasfilm, they have to actually be screen accurate. You have to send in pictures. They go over them in detail to make sure every little thing is exactly like it was in that movie. It's I can tell you can get into the thousands of dollars easily with some of
But but
those.
But you know what's crazy is that people are willing to pay for that because they asked if you'd be willing to pay for something like this. And
Mhm.
of this survey, 85% of people said that they would pay for it. If it's a screen accurate and it goes through
Mhm.
everything they said they would gladly pay for that. So it seems like
Yeah.
price isn't really an issue, but if you get all that, oh, you're definitely gonna make sure you're gonna You're gonna get what you're gonna benefit from it. You're like, you know what? Yes, I did. I went through all this, and I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, I've only worn the Darth Vader one. I just got a couple of times, and I'm ready to break it out for the public. I'm just not sure if I want to do that for Halloween Fest because I also have to be able to control traffic in and out of the store. Kind of hard to do with a big Vader helmet on
Yeah, I know. That was to say, and then it's
with
like,
limited vision. You see this.
oh man, I know that when you wear any costume of some sort, and we have a penguin, right? When the
Yeah,
vision is that small, and you're walking around a plaza.
with little kids.
Oh man, I tell you, and I tell this story quite often. There's times where Jackie has to help guide me
You
if
have to
I'm
have a
wearing the
handler.
costume. You do. And what happens is Jackie was my handler. And next thing you know, I ended up with somebody else. Like I was holding someone's hand. And this happened to Messia a few years ago. I was holding her hand, like, so she can walk me through like where we're going. And next thing you know, she like for a split second like saw somebody she recognized. And then I was like, okay, where did her hand go? I grabbed someone's hand. Next thing I'm like, why am I walking towards El Patio? Like, I had no idea.
Why are they putting me in the back of this van?
Complete stranger. I was holding someone's hand. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna end up in the street. And then
Jackie got
Jackie's
you
like,
abducted.
yeah, Jackie was saying hi to somebody. I'm walking towards El Patio, and all I can see is like, I think that's the bar. I don't know what's going on.
Has Jackie been talking about doing the morning show by herself?
I have no well, then I thought I was like, "Jackie, are we about to go to the bar right now, or what's going on?" Like, okay, but I mean, at least let a penguin know what's going on. And then next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, come back, penguin." And I was like, "Wait a minute,
What?
Jackie, why do I hear your voice behind me?" He was like,
Whose hand is this?
"Yeah." So, man, I feel you with that. So, yeah, probably the Darth Vader costume is not
Yeah,
a
not when I actually have to do work. Those are costume anything with a helmet or limited vision, you kind of got to have a handler, and that's you're dedicated to only doing that.
yeah, yeah, no, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna be worried about anything else but being Darth Vader. So, we got some big movies coming up this weekend. One that we can pretty much expect to be the number one movie at the box office, Black Adam. Uh, have you? I don't know if you've seen the movie yet. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be checking it out. If not this weekend, in the next couple of days, we'll be checking it out. What are your expectations for Black Adam?
Well, I've seen The Rock in a few interviews, and I think he's kind of in the driver's seat here. He's really wanting this to be a starting point, a new starting point for the DC universe. Because they asked him, hey, how do you feel about taking a piece of that apple from Marvel? And he's like, you know what? I don't want their apple. We're getting a whole new apple, and we're going to use this apple to make a bigger pie. So he wants to, without taking anything away from Marvel, he wants to expand DC because let's face it, man, DC can't string two movies together for continuity.
But we've been saying this for weeks now. It's like they
Mhm.
are lacking something that it's like, how do you not see what Marvel's doing and try to not necessarily copy it, but hey, man, can you go from one movie to the next without it being confusing?
Yeah, and I think Marvel did that because they introduced the characters individually in their own movies for the most part, and then threw them together in a group. And DC's trying to do the opposite. They're just throwing everybody in one movie and hoping that it branches out from there. And
Yeah.
it's not been working for them.
Yeah. And then, I didn't realize this, but, like you said, with all the press that he's been doing, I didn't realize that this project has been talked about since 2007.
Hmm.
Since 2007,
Yeah.
that's when he was making The Tooth Fairy and, all the other movies that were just kinda, like, giving him hell for. He was making these, and he had this in mind, this project in mind, so I'm wondering if they woulda listened to him from the start, would we have had a different outcome for DC movies today? Like, would we have gotten some continuity with all these movies? Would we be, like, looking forward like we look forward to every Marvel movie? Would we have the same effect with DC?
I don't know. I mean, he's the one who lobbied to get Henry Cavill back as Superman. Um,
Yeah.
and when you got somebody with the stature of the Rock, pretty much what he asked for, you kind of give it to him because otherwise he'll walk away.
Yeah. No,
He's
I
got
mean, yeah,
plenty of other projects he can do.
yeah, no, I mean, there's always a Fast and Furious, a Jumanji, or something waiting for him, and he knows those are gonna be, billion-dollar movies that he can go to, but with him saying this is a passion project, I feel like this is gonna be a project that takes him to the next step, and I think all these other movies that he was doing, this could become the priority if it does well at the box office.
Yeah, it seems like anything he touches, he's got the Midas touch. He is gold whenever he gets involved with it. Like I said, even Tooth Fairy, Tooth Fairy made money. I mean, laugh all you want, but he made money on Tooth Fairy.
Thanks to TikTok, I gotta say they always know how to give us the right content. Saw a video where they break down how much his movies have made in time, and I mean, we laugh, Tooth Fairy, even Doom. These movies are seven-figure movies. All these
Mhm.
movies make a lot of money, and it's
Yeah.
like, even if you're like, oh, he only made 100 million, that's still 100 million.
Only?
Yeah, because, like, I saw this thing, and the one that I kept my eye on was Doom, and if I'm not mistaken, up until this date, I think that movie has made, and obviously you think about just with, like, everything else that they, releasing it on streaming services, DVD sales, and yes, it may not have performed well at the box office, but the movie made about a good 300 million as far as to date, as far as what that movie's worth, and
That's
it's
not
it's
bad.
making money.
Yeah, there's some movies that only make 35 total for their lifetime. So
And all these movies, like I said, seven-figure movies, I mean, and this could be probably one of his best projects. I'm excited to see it. I know I had my reservations at the beginning. I said, we'll see, because it's DC, man. We're always let down by DC.
it is DC, but then it's also The Rock. So it's kind of they kind of maybe cancel each other out. Maybe it'll just be a good movie.
So hopefully, I'm hoping for in this, will we see Peacemaker at any point
In a movie, why
in the
not?
movie?
Why
I
not?
mean,
I'm
like you
all
said,
for it.
it's a starting point. I mean, I'm pretty sure these don't really connect together. I'm sure you're not gonna have this world, but, you do have an opportunity to, like you said, start over and see where it takes us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, Peacemaker's like they made him DC's version of Deadpool, and they still haven't pulled Deadpool into the mainstream.
Yeah.
So I don't know if DC's waiting to see if Marvel's going to do it first, because they copy off each other all the time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of noticeable at that point. They're like, "Oh, what did they do? Well, let's do it."
Well, we can
But
do
yeah,
that.
yeah, and I mean, right now you do got two of the biggest wrestling figures on your brand between John Cena and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You would have to, just for the wrestling fan nostalgia, to say, "Hey, we put these two together in a DC project." Later down the line, maybe, but I mean, you have those names on your roster at this point.
Yeah, they DC has all the pieces, but they got to put them together.
Come on, DC, get it together. Projected for the Black Adam, they're saying $135 million for opening weekend.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
I'm thinking if not that, it may be higher. We could see maybe 150, possibly 150.
Yeah, let's see how much staying power it has. Is it going to be just at the top of the box office for a couple weeks, or is it going to stay there?
Yeah, I think the real competition, I think we're gonna really see how well this movie performs because you've got Black Panther Wakanda Forever that's coming next month. I think it's November 5th that it's gonna be coming out.
Hmm.
And so you got this week, next week, and then let's see, like you said, it's staying power when Black Panther comes out.
Yeah, I mean, because what else has DC done? Like Marvel's all over the place. They're everywhere. The streaming and the movies and DC hasn't really done a lot since what was it? The I Am Batman or eh,
Yeah.
it's a good movie, but it doesn't really tie into the rest of like I said, they cannot keep a continuity going because the I Am Batman doesn't fall into the main DCEU. I don't know. DCU they confuse me so much with what they're doing.
Yeah, and it's kind of tough too because, and let me ask you this, because I'm sure, is the comic that confusing as far as storyline too? Like,
No,
So
They're just making it needlessly confusing.
okay, because I was like, okay, I know the comic series, as far as when you look at these, cannot be that. So why aren't they like, okay, hey, if they can make it easy, why can't we adapt that to the film and make it just as easy?
You get Hollywood execs mixed into
Yeah.
it. You know what this needs? It needs big robots and a lot of explosions.
And where can we put our advertisement on what
Yeah.
billboard in the movie so
Sir,
that
this
way they
is
can
My
see?
Little Pony. We're not going to put robots in.
Oh my gosh. And sticking with the theme of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because we've been saying he's everywhere promoting. So one thing that came up in an interview that he did with Turner Classic Movies, he talked about the movie that made him cry. Can you guess which movie makes him cry every time he watches it?
Oh, wow. I don't know. For me, it's like Old Yeller, The Green Mile. Uh,
Oh man, those are some good ones. Green Mile
yeah.
made me cry, man.
Yeah. Michael Clark Duncan was amazing. Yeah. For him, though, probably the Scorpion King Mummy movies, what makes him cry when he sees the CGI again.
Not too long ago, I did watch those movies. They were on TBS, I believe. And
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
wow, that was terrible.
That
But then again,
CGI was craptacular.
that was 2003. So I was like, wow, the times have changed. It
Yes.
just does not
Thankfully.
look good. Uh, Dwayne The Rock Johnson says the movie that makes him cry, Braveheart.
Huh.
Says he watches that movie about a month ago, got misty-eyed, and he says that he's very passionate and says makes him tear up when he watches that movie. So
Good
yeah,
movie,
so
but I didn't cry.
I know Marley and Me made me bawl like a baby, man. That one got me, man. I'm sitting in the theater like, why? No, you know what? Toy Story. Toy Story 3 messed me up. That one
Oh,
made me cry.
going down that conveyor belt to burn. Yeah.
I know they're all holding. We'll be together forever. I'm like, what kind of movie is this?
Yeah, a big molten ball of plastic. That's what
I
you're
know.
going
It's
to
like,
be.
is this how we end it? No, Andy. You guys know how the movie ends. So yeah. So Dwayne The Rock Johnson, definitely, he interesting take to a movie to make him cry.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I would have figured something with animals in it. Animals
right.
always make me cry.
But how does he find the most macho movie to cry to? Like, of course, he wasn't gonna say like Marley and Me, or he wasn't gonna say something even as like a Titanic or something. No, he said Braveheart.
Maybe he was crying because he wasn't in it.
We're kind of glad he wasn't in it. Did you get a chance to check out Halloween Ends?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, not really. And I've mentioned this before, not really big into the scary movies
Yep.
because, like I mentioned earlier this week, they give me nightmares. I'll admit it. I can't watch scary movies because then I cannot fall asleep. Jackie actually, and she's not a big movie goer, and she said she went to go see it. She said it was amazing. She said she liked it. So, but she really loves scary movies. So much
Wow.
to the reviews that have been coming out on social media about it. Halloween Ends is the second most watched video on the Peacock TV series. So I
Wow.
guess good for them, but is it really the end of Halloween?
No. If it's making money, no.
Yeah. Although, I mean, this movie could have been probably done a long time ago. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about the franchise, but if you're saying Halloween Ends, I'm thinking this is it. So who knows?
Yeah, it's like those stores that have going out of business sales once a year. Don't believe it, man. It is not going to end.
They're going out. Because I know I've seen it numerous times. They going out of business, and then it's Christmas sale. I'm like, wait, what? Weren't you supposed to be closed in May?
Yeah.
What is going on here? Oh yeah, so Halloween will never end. Apparently, I don't know. No spoilers from us, but then again, I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it, yeah, we won't spoil it for anybody who wants a good Halloween movie before we get to Halloween Day. One holiday movie that we will not be seeing on TV though. Charlie Brown's holiday specials won't air on network TV.
Oh, that
They are
breaks my
going
heart.
strictly to Apple Plus. Of course, it's a massive deal that they struck a while back. that the Charlie Brown and all the Peanut characters are now a part of Apple TV Plus, and they're going to be putting this on the streaming service, but not on network television.
That breaks my heart, man. But everything's moving to streaming, so pretty soon there won't be regular TV. It's just all going to be a la carte streaming.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're going to know that this is the end, like when it comes to the traditional television, if A Christmas Story isn't showing on television for 24 hours straight on Christmas Day.
Yeah, or The Grinch around Christmas.
Yeah, The Grinch, you got that one. I mean, you don't got the Charlie Brown holiday specials that are going to be there. I mean, these are just shows that, and not that we like, I mean, they were background noises to some other with the family. Those were just those shows that were there. And that, I mean, it's just weird that they're going to be streaming now.
Yeah. Well, the kids nowadays, they don't know anything different. Yeah. You know, they even had pay-per-view. You had to be there when it came on and sit there for the entirety through commercials. And nowadays there's like, hey, you want to watch this? Yeah. Okay, it's 3 a.m. Oh, so no problem. Here it is.
Oh man, it's crazy because even pay-per-view events aren't even called pay-per-view events anymore. They call them live premium events.
Yeah.
Because you use, like, I mean, any boxing pay-per-view or whatever, you go to the app to watch it, and then you got to pay an extra. So it's a live. It's not a pay-per-view anymore. So
it sounds better. Instead of pay-per-view, it's called premium.
I know, premium. I know.
Upgrading.
Premium.
I'll take the upgrading.
And knows that, yeah, and it's coming with a lot of money behind it. And it's like, okay, here, I'll pay for your premium live event pay-per-view. Like, don't try to fool me. I know what it is.
Maybe we need to tap into that. The Hot 103 premium streaming event. It's 50 cents, man. Just send me 50 cents.
That's when it comes into the whole OnlyFans thing again. Oh man, Troy, tell them about your social so they can stay in contact with you guys.
We're on the interwebs. We got a Facebook, we got a Twitter, an Instagram, a YouTube, and a TikTok.
When are you doing the chip challenge?
Man, I just had 3 teeth pulled.
Oh yeah,
that's why you can see it's all swollen up. And they put some bone grafts in, and I'm thinking I might wait until that's healed up before I stick a Pocky chip up in there.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay, so we won't be seeing that review anytime soon.
I don't want my face to melt off on that side.
One thing I've said, I will not do that challenge live on air or on video. I mean, I've done some of these challenges on air and on video, and that one scares me because I don't know how it ends. At least you get the recovery time. I've noticed when people do this, the recovery is not right away. Like, oh, let me get a glass of milk. Like, you got to go home and cry for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'll do it on video, but it's going to probably be heavily edited because I don't want you seeing me cry and snot flowing out of my nose. And
it's going to be one of those, after he does it, they fast forward really quick to the very end, stop, and then fast forward again. Like,
show me on the stretcher with an IV.
Clear.
That's actually a good idea. I might steal that idea.
Oh my gosh, guys, you can catch me, of course, on the socials, Hot 103's Big Show. Follow us on Facebook. You can also follow us on the Instagram, Big Show FM. Joey on the FM on TikTok. Go and check us out on the socials. And of course, yeah, you guys can always check us out every Thursday. Drop in comments. Let us know next week. Want to talk scariest Halloween movie? I mean, because you know, we'll be a day before Halloween Fest, so we got to talk all things scary. So we'll see. We'll see if we can scare some people. So never know. We could probably see who we can scare, or you know, maybe someone could tell us some ghost stories. I don't know. We'll find out.
Stay tuned,
folks. Martine, I need you to create a campfire background for us, please. Guys, this has been another edition of Zia Comic Weekly. We'll check you guys in next week.
Later, nerds.